Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're racing on Gran Turismo 7 on Daily Race C, which is in Sardegna, and I have to say I've had an absolute blast since playing this when it was released on Monday. It's been incredible fun for many reasons, and the plan for this video is just to talk through the race with some commentary, discuss some tactics, some race strategy, to see if that helps anyone. So for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you would have noticed that I started on the soft tyre, and the reason behind that is there's quite a few different strategies that you can go for during this race. So there's a mandatory pit stop, and you have to switch between soft and the medium tyre. So a lot of the leaders will go for the softs, and then those behind them will go for the mediums to sort of get out of traffic. I went for the softs because I would sort of thought that the guys ahead of me would go on the mediums, and I just needed a bit of space, so I thought that would be the right strategy. So we start this race in 8th position with a reasonable qualifying lap time. I've got some quick guys around me, some A+ drivers. You see a little bit of a wobble by the Italian guy, which allows me to pick up this position, and this means that I'm racing with a lot better quality drivers, which is not easy trying to get decent results. I'm at a position where I'm almost heading towards A+. I'm not far away at all, so I'm definitely on the hunt. But again, it's not easy with these kinds of drivers. However, saying that, we head into this corner here in Sardegna. I've got the inside line, and it starts to get a little bit chaotic. People heading slowly. I accidentally tap the German guy, goes into Melissa, and then yeah, it just gets it all a bit argy-bargy around here, as if we're playing bumper cars, and don't know what's going on. Very chaotic, losing a lot of time to the guys in front, and at this time honestly I didn't know what on earth was going on, so I just wanted to get out of harm's way, try to take it slowly through this corner, but still getting rammed in the side. So a little bit annoying. Only dropped one position though, in amongst all of that madness, heading onto the main straight. But as we see here, a lot of the guys head into the pits, so they were clearly on the medium tyre, which means my plan has worked. I am now I've got quite a bit of space in front of me, and I'm on the soft tyre, and I can just focus on setting some decent lap times, which I'll go through. So Sardegna, I find, is a really good track. I've really enjoyed this race week, particularly in this car, in the Genesis. The Genesis is a super quick car, and it's quite well balanced. The racetrack is very technical, and it's very punishing in certain areas, so you have to be really careful, particularly in the last sector. So through these corners here, I've got it on rear brake bias towards the on level of 3, which does help with the rotation. But yeah, you do have to be a little bit careful, because it can get quite squirrely on some corner exits. So as we head towards this corner here, which is on a heavy braking area, I couldn't brake any later than that 100-meter board. I had to sort of brake before it and enter in first gear. But I'm going to try another race just maintaining second gear, because I feel like I can pick up a lot more time. As we see the German guy unfortunately spin out, must have had some kind of accident. And then this is a corner which I found so tricky, but when we run through it again, I'll try and give some pointers which can help with the consistency through that corner, because personally I found that sometimes it was just a bit of hit and miss, quite literally, and you'd end up causing some damage to the car. But yeah, that's the good thing about the Genesis. It's got some decent speed, particularly on this main straight. It heads towards 161 miles an hour without any slipstream, which is reasonable. And in terms of following a car behind, if you're, I would say, about 4/10 behind them, you should be able to overtake them on that main straight. So we're going towards the corner that I mentioned previously. So the key thing is here, it's a bit of a blind turn in over here. You can't see where the corner is, but if you stay right and then quickly turn left with the dab of the brake, it will put the load on the front left tyre, which will rotate the car and help you maintain speed through there. Saying that, obviously on this last corner, we've got too close to the wall there, trying to really cut the corner, and it cost me a position to Mr. Beat Breaker, which is a little bit annoying, but it felt like I was quicker than him throughout the lap, so I did manage to close in on him through these corners. Of course, be mindful whenever you're following a car on this track, you're going to lose some front end grip, so it might slide a little bit, or you might understeer, so particularly through those corners that I just went through, do be careful. Again, this corner's really tricky because you want to hug the inside, and you can see I just drifted out a little bit, probably again due to the lack of front end grip. But we're getting close here, maintaining the gap and staying within the slipstream. There's not many overtaking opportunities in this lap, but this is one of them towards the end of the straight. If you head towards the inside, you can usually make up a position, but again, you do have to be a little bit careful. If you're obviously if you're defending that, then a little tip is just staying to the inside, and no one can really overtake you around the outside unless they're super talented or skilled. Again, here just making it throughout these last corners. Now, like I said, I knew I was a little bit quicker than this guy, so I really stuck out wide here, then did a sharp turn in, focusing on exit speed, and as you can see on the time delta, I'm about 3/10 behind him, so I knew that I should be able to overtake him on this main straight. It's just about, like I said, keeping nice and steady within that slipstream, and to be fair to Mr. Beatbreaker, he was quite courteous and just let me pass, which was nice of him. I'm not sure why he was so polite. It's not very common on GT7, as you'll know. Not everyone's like that. Some people will defend that position to the death, but he was quite courteous. I probably realised that he could save some time in the race if he stays behind me and stays in my slipstream, and I pull him along with me. But yeah, into P2, like I said, on the soft tyre now, just maintaining some pace. I know the guys that have pitted, I'm hoping that they're sort of stuck in traffic and fighting amongst themselves so that I can make some positions, but yeah, I'm in a comfortable position in the race, so like I said, just when starting the race, just sort of think about what the other drivers are likely to do. Like I said, if you're in P1, of course start in the softs and just try and go to the distance, but if you're maybe P2 to P6, then you may want to go from the medium tyre and get some clear air, and then it may be if you're beyond P6 or to P8 and beyond, you can maybe consider staying on soft tyre, hoping that the guys in front will pit, because all you really need is just some clear air. You don't really want to be fighting too much, or you'll just lose too much time. The guy in P1 was just way too quick. I just could not keep up with that sort of pace. Yeah, some people are just monsters in this game. I am trying to get quicker. I have finally got my Logitech direct drive wheel, which I have to say is amazing, particularly with the True Force. It is just absolutely fantastic. I know Fanatec have come out with their own direct drive with those features called Full Force, coming to the PlayStation. I think it's sort of end of December. You can put your pre-orders in. I would highly recommend it. I mean, I don't know what Fanatec is like, but I'm sure it's going to be probably similar, but honestly, it's just amazing. It's given me so much more of a feel for the car. If you watch my previous videos, I know, like I said, normally I use a controller, and I got to a decent position. I was getting towards high A. I reckon, if I kept on going with it, maybe I would have got to A+, but it's just so much more fun playing with a direct drive wheel. Got great feel. That's not to say that you never spin out. Obviously there are times where you will spin out and you will have some issues, but it's just, yeah, it's just absolutely, it's a fantastic wheel, great bit of equipment. I know Fanatec is heavily pushed in the market with their advertising, but yeah, I think Logitech's a little bit underrated. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe they don't sponsor as many people to talk about it. Obviously not that I'm sponsored, but yeah, definitely something to consider. So like I said, it's the final lap now. Switch to the medium tyre. Just remember, you're going to be a little bit slower than everyone else that are racing through on the soft, so you do have to be a little bit cautious, otherwise you could get caught. But yeah, I've managed to make my way to P3. It's just about holding this position from the Spanish guy behind. You can see I go a little bit deep, and I was worried that I was going to lose this position, but thankfully he stays behind, and again, he's 2/10 behind me, so I was really worried this was going to be a race to the finish. Would I be able to hold on to the position? It's getting closer, he's getting closer, but I think we should just get it. So a great race. Like I said, it's been so much fun playing this week, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too, because like I said, that's the main thing. Trying not to get too worked up with all the accidents that happen. It's meant to be a good racing week, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have, leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.